Welcome to Fahad's tutorial once again, and in this video I shall be explaining about some types of chemical reactions, and this is types of chemical reactions part 3. So in this tutorial I will be explaining 4 types of reactions which is in your books, and in previous part 2 and part 1 classes I explained 6 or 7 types of reactions, and if you have seen it, so you understand that there are some sequences that I'm uploading classes based on the books, and of course those students are watching these videos based on their demand. I am trying my level best to follow the synchronizations. So in this video you see hydrolysis, hydration, isomerizations and polymerization reactions will be discussed. Before going to explain it, one thing you need to understand, that when you will try to understand the type of reactions, name itself is the definition. Think about it. Here is written hydrolysis. So what you know by this word hydrolysis, whenever there is a special reactions, hydro, when you'll see it, think about water. And most probably, can you remember in your biology book when we studied about bioenergetics, photosynthesis, and in photosynthesis, in the light reaction phase, there are some reactions which is water was breaking down with the help of sunlight, and it was called photolysis. So right now this is hydrolysis. It means hydro means water. So lysis means breaking down. So you must know that in this reaction water will be breaking down. How? Think about aluminium chloride. Okay? So aluminium chloride, when it is reacting with water, or even it's written on your book that silicon chloride, silicon tetrachloride actually is reacting with water. So what is the differences between hydrolysis and hydration reaction? Hydration reaction. So hydration means, I'm coming up with hydration next. Aluminium chloride and water is reacting. Think about the polarity. The aluminium is plus and chloride is minus. And when it will react with water, then it means that hydrogen and OH, as we know, that water will be breaking down in this formula, H plus and OH minus. And as we know that the valency of aluminium is 3, so aluminium will be reacting with hydroxide, and then it will produce aluminium hydroxide. So it is aluminium hydroxide. Now you think that water is breaking down, and as it has 3 and it has 3 chlorine, so H plus will react with chlorine, so it will produce 3 HCl. Now you think the amount of hydrogen is 3 and 3 is 6, so here should be 3. And then you see that the balance of chemical reactions has been done, so the number of atoms of reactant and the number of atoms in product is same. And that is the process of balancing chemical equations also. And this is also the example of hydrolysis, as water is directly breaking down and that is take part of 2 different compounds. So this is hydrolysis. And again, in case of silicon chloride and silicon tetrachloride, now you see that silicons here valency is 4. So as similarly it will produce silicon hydroxide, but it should be 4. Why? Because 4 is the valence of silicon has been used, so it will definitely add with hydroxide needed 4, and then this chlorine is 4 there, so it should be 4 HCl. So make it similar here, I need to put it at 4. So this is the example of hydrolysis reactions, which is also given in your book. Student of English versions, English medium, Cadet college, and from wherever in this world you are watching this tutorial, must know one thing, that name of the reaction is itself is expressing the types of reaction. That also says a lot of things, and you need to know when you write it down, all the reactions by your own hand, and these practice will lead you to know that okay, you have confidence that whatever you know the type of reactions, you can write down the reactions. So this is hydrolysis. Now think about hydration reaction. So in case of hydration, what is the difference? So keep in mind, in these two reactions is also in your book, you can see it. So in case of hydration, when hydration means addition of water, addition of lattice water. So we can say that addition of water while forming crystal lattice. Like what? Think about copper sulfate. When it will add with 5 molecules of water directly, then it will produce copper sulfate dot 5H2O. You see, it forms a crystal lattice. This 5 molecule of water is directly added with 1 molecule of copper sulfate, and this is called blue vitriol. This is called blue vitriol. You know it already. So this is called blue vitriol. And again, even like calcium chloride, if you see calcium chloride and then 6 molecule of water, if that together, they will again form this dot 6H2O. So that is the difference between the hydrolysis and hydration reaction. In hydration reaction, you see that water molecule is directly added as a crystal lattice form with the molecules or with the compounds and do not mix up. Or in case of hydrolysis, water is breaking down into positive proton and negative hydroxyl ions, and then they add it with 2 different molecules to form a new compounds. That is the difference between hydrolysis and hydration reaction. Okay? Hopefully you understand, and if the question is what is the difference between these, I think you would be able to answer it properly with the reactions. Now think about isomerization. Well, to explain about it, I'm just removing it. To explain about isomerization reaction, we need to know what is isomer. You probably think about, you heard about isotope, isobar, and isotone. And on that part, you know that iso means same. And right now, as we think about isomer, if we just make a difference in between these 2 parts of word iso and mer, that means this iso means same and this mer molecule. So it means that the molecular formula would be same, but they will have a different properties of the compounds. Like think about CH3 CH2OH. This is the formula of ethanol, okay? But I think that how much carbon are there? 2. Hydrogen 6. Oxygen 1. If I say that it's forming like this, CH3OCH3, then what is the name of it? It's actually dimethyl ether. So the name of it is ethanol. But here this is dimethyl ether. You think about it. This is completely different. And this is actually liquid. It's liquid. And you think about this is actually gaseous substance. So definitely there are some differences in between these. This is so completely soluble in water, but this is not. Sparingly soluble to the water. And of course there are some differences in between the melting point. If I'm not wrong, that the melting point of this ethanol is 78 degrees Celsius, but here is 23 degrees Celsius if I'm not wrong. Actually 24 degrees Celsius. 24 degrees Celsius, and this is minus, and this is actually positive 78 degrees Celsius, the boiling point, so melting point. So in this case, we have seen variations among the properties of similar molecular formula. So what is isomer? If I say that the isomer is the same molecular formula of the compounds but their properties are different, that is called the isomer to each other. So they are isomer as because the number of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen are same but their properties are not same. This is called isomerization. Like what type of reaction can be there? So I hope you understand the definition of isomer and also the definition of isomerization reaction, in which reactions the molecular formula won't change but a different properties of compounds will be produced. This is called isomerization reaction. Like what? Like if you definitely think about ammonium cyanide, which is NH4CNO. This is a revolutionary reaction. So if you heard about the background history of organic chemistry. So ammonium cyanide is producing urea when it was heated. So see here, 2 nitrogen, 4 hydrogen, 1 carbon, 1 oxygen, that is producing H2NCONH2, and this is this is actually urea and this is organic compounds, but this is inorganic compounds. And it was the revelations that previously it was thought that organic compounds was only created in a living bodies, but then in the chemistry lab it was synthesized that ammonium cyanide, when it was heated, then it's turned into urea. The amount of atoms in different molecules are same, but they're completely different. Urea, you see the molecular formula, the same, but the urea is different properties. And this reaction is known as isomerization. When the number of atoms of molecules will not change, but the different properties, compounds will be produced. This is called isomerization. Now think about polymerization. I hope you understand this thing. So think about polymerization. So if I'm just removing it, polymerization, what is the meaning of that? If you understand isomer means same molecule, then poly means more, or number of, and mer means molecule. So you think the polymerization reaction is that with the help of huge pressure and temperature, if a number of monomer, and there is 2 words like polymer and monomer, you must think about it, polymer and monomer. Mono means single, and let's think about carbon monoxide, here carbon and single oxide. So what about monomer and what about polymer? So mono means single. So when number of monomer is joined together to produce a single huge molecular mass compounds, that is called polymer. Like think about ethyl chloride, CH2CHCl. This is actually it's called vinyl chloride. So when number of vinyl chloride is added together to put huge pressure and temperature and producing CH2CHCl, this is actually vinyl chloride and this is polyvinyl chloride, or you can say it PVC. You think about ethene, that's CH2 double bond CH2. Number of ethenes together form like CH2 bond CH2, and this number of ethenes will join together and then polyethylene is produced. Polyvinyl is produced. So from the vinyl chloride, polyvinyl chloride is producing. So these reactions is called polymerizations. That number of monomers, like 400, 500, 50,000 monomers join together, combine together to form a new compounds, and which is actually the accumulations of these monomers together, and this is called polymer. So when monomers taking part and join together, number of monomer and then produce polymer, these reactions is called polymerization reaction. And PVC, polythenes, there are a lot of other reactions also available in Google, but I'm just showing you an example related with your books, that vinyl chloride is producing polyvinyl chloride, ethene is producing polythene. So this is simple. So I hope you understand these 4 type of reactions, and this is the end of explanation of type of reactions in SSC level. I have uploaded 3 these type of videos, like types of reaction part 1, types of reaction part 2 and types of reaction part 3. In these 3 types of reactions I explained more or less 10 to 11 types of reactions in front of you. After watching this tutorial, you just let me know that do you really understand that what I have explained, and of course let me know your feedback. Are you liking it or not? And if you, please give me some feedback, and of course I am trying my level best to upload all the possible classes from my side to make you understand, because I'm really focusing on English version students and also English medium students, and anybody from the outside of the world is watching this video. Take my love and see you in the next class. Take care.